ene ngomo ben na ye di ejakese to Makola market e ma Ghana de hie odwapade dodo na hie dumjafo kyerese de nti omo anya nsuo ntam amfa num eja no na ne nyina ne se Ghana Water Company womo atunsum tina eso mo ba circle ene kaneshi ansa na omo anya nsuo e da kodum ja no ntina ja no ehye manfo ne masa ene Ghana Water Company Limited nso kyerese so bo ne de bomo a enyi na sa blame game a ayekosui no emu no krepa ne sen UTV de itumra ne kyeresi epesi ehunu kura e wasem nu pa enjanyumre yemensa ka a station officer 2 our the public relations department at the Ghana National Fire Service yenra Michael Water Okai sanso ana mewo yenra Stanley Mate or your chief manager and as the head of communications at the Ghana Water Company Limited. Benvo makwa baba UTV so.
Yo
na bibia boko de.
This one.
All right. You. When I shall see the free annual free National Fire Service as well. You're Michael Water. Okay. Opani ejato Makola market no you say motumukas e dia ba circle ene kanishi hona mbebu nsu ama mo PR kwa be kasa say enukre na fire hydrant I wo central station hona nyina no ni atutum sanse mo nukre be ne wo
yo meda wase mini abema na mafa wakwenya nso achia mahwefo we dey mesre se mo fa nche mi twi ni nche da anye papa
oh yeah papa
because me nkrani nti
anya
ni se me new Stanley nso ye nkrani
man gani na ka pizza no no awo pa
sa enti be bo modin na maka se ni ametumi aka be bia anko ni ye nso mo fa nche mi
all right
yo mi da se me sa a sre ye nkrofo a omunioma no ehye ye ni se
bajo ubetimi no smazanka wa madaroma is it distance on social distance
edwadifo so a omo nioma ahyehyehyehye no ye besre se nyame nso omo because omo nioma omo ahwere no enya adekitwa na fom se obi maami wa bre no ho so many years na within some few minutes no ni dwapade nyina will go up in flames no eya na eya din kakra yo minua me sha se aka se as it's rather unfortunate say according to say we are having blame game say we are shifting blames or apportioning blames left right center forward say odumja for ni say Ghana Water Company for na anye yi ana say sa but uhwebia e ba ekoba ye ni say any near fire service for no air can say enya se hydrants na ewo ho no na nsuo any hydrant no but ye pa kire say hydrant na ewo ho no nsuo na ewo mu no na pressure no was low it is a hydrant no pressure no lower say utwi nsuo agu hydrant sa hydrant no mu akọ tank no mu no don hwiri a ewo say edi no wan hwa within the shortest possible time uhi ansio no that time no ebeche ebe to me akọ say 2-3 hours na afina u refill one vehicle enti ekoba ni sa no na e was say ye two ye twi ye hu free that metro this locality no na ye kohwehwe baby a hydrant no the pressures no eye high na ye dey fill ye tank no enti na yes na insio wo mu na insio wo mu na insio flow but pressure na ewo insio no no na pressure no was very low
but mo PR Ellis Robinson Oko we interview on Star FM it was not flowing at all. It was not flowing. The hydrants were not flowing.
No, one can say the hydrants were not flowing.
That's a statement
this in himself Mr. Stanley Mate had confirmed it with Joy News. the very day incident in Bayern Ejuadano, he confirmed that yes, there was water, but the pressure was low. Inti pressure now air low ninti, and nothing I to me and feel your tank no from that hydrants now the immediate environs of where the fire occurred. No.
Okay. All right. Yo, I'm call Rasta and Limate way. And I'm going to send you for Shemu. Nanamo how pan is opening.
Okay. I'm say a social fire service for my Juma. I'm say the Ehom Keselo Yomujuma Yensu. And I'm a Nusunti Ghana Water Company. Yensu are sole producers of water. Yen was say making sure say Omenye so any bibia at Yomujuma. Okay. Inti kwaya ye faside you wanna say every distance beyond on your main pipeline no fire hydrant so okay inti so sure every kilometer and even less than every kilometer and every kilometer radius no between your hydrant be mienu and miensa and especially with the central business district na a old city na bibia aye doubt krojene de bibia wo kama nti your expectation was say bibi sasia at least we be call a hydrant wo hoyi na because Ghana ni bia tua 1% of the bill ma for firefighting nti so no dey available now yen nyina yen so nim say Ghana anan kran kodue mu de bia Ghana Water Company yen dey accept say we have a challenge such that the demand for water awon kran no enso supply until yen say ye change so no evenly our system no fortunately for us no that very day on Monday no there was more water within the central business district so mo ka say pressure nima we don't have a problem this is pressure but there's no problem but Odum fire tender no also has a mechanism for siphoning water. It is a pressure net me and failure. I didn't tell me to siphoning so no. Now I'm failure tanks. I find you also. Okay. I know you're number one. Okay. I feel number two. Some dear Muslim to me yes ana. There's no problem. But mo yes I do de bia. It is a ne. A moon say pressure fire hydrant 1. Pressure na no nya dia. Moon say also mo fire pressure hydrant 2. And now hydrant 3. Besides so several fire tenders na eba munya eja we ba na ofre we na eba na we afre na mafra ha omunya mo ba omunya ntumi ko faako enko fele the say tie bia na so mo ko different places na mo ko fele so tia say yes adeni see no yen twam mo amfre yen yete wo air yen so movie ko ho okay so tia say it is such that we even have to lock some other valves no yen to improve on pressure no it yen there yen na ye boa na bibia koyie there betia no say Ghana Water man insuo ni pipeline we and that cannot be true and only they high ejuma asamba sana yen nuanom na ye ejuma so it says here that time for any media bekasa our concentration should be on quenching the fire and not talking to the media and this is apportioning blames so it say no and high na say me boa mo aye ejuma na fe odi bibia ba betum so dia mo so yi ma no e no na balance but there's no AEB between us for us we are not even apportioning blame because they have admitted to the fact say there was water in the area and for 24 hours or more no, they were quenching fire. Where were they getting the water from? Ye call no me say me to kind 9 fire tenders at the time. There was no point in time and period of me wo na fire tenders about say fire tenders na aye empty omunye nsuo at every point in time tenders na wo nyina no nsuo wom baby omunye nsuo no fi bia no nsuo wom Ghana Water nsuo so tia say so why do you mention Ghana Water and why do you mention water omu chief fire officer a press conference so I say yeah me feel say that press conference was needless no here so tia say because it's that time no na ija no kwa ndum wie iguso ayedu and then you say Ghana Water I mean how and then one of the things a lot of inconsistencies about the customer say also Ghana Water Company contractors so I just say private people we don't even know them so I said so why mention Ghana Water say contractors are their contractors why Ghana Water Company contractors no So I say,
yeah.
So there are a lot of inconsistencies and they are causing. And who here cry say at that particular moment now, we don't even know the cause of the fire. No, we start pushing blames.
I'm say fire hydrant in your cry now. Must see no cry.
And no, they are near cry. So because fire hydrants are Modi Ejuma, you still from 1992
yeah,
till now. And cause of Moka cry.
Na no cry so much silly.
And maybe say 1992. A child may do more Ghana Chrome hanging on his own. If the fire hydrants are sealed, I don't know. Apart from that, more weapon, according to chief officer, more weapon are more fighting fire, water. So if all the fire hydrants are sealed now, and the Motina Honomo, somewhere fire service for more weapons now, no, Nina Yejuma. What's now 1992? Where
30 years.
I mean, how? Baby, and we didn't expect them to say that. No, not at all. For Yang, we have engaged them several times. So I say, these accusations have come up in some of our meetings.
Okay.
They say, these fire hydrants are working. To the extent, say, we did a digital map showing GPS locations of all where a fire hydrant be our. So I say, and I hear them some maps, see, yeah, mama. Say, still more insist here. Okay. Yendi and saying,
Ghana Water Company on fire hydrant, you know.
Yeah, digital map.
Location. Digital map. Bia was so.
Yes.
Come on. Almost say Ghana Water Company Limited. More 70 number of fire hydrants.
Area, central business district.
Accra Central District alone.
Yes.
70.
Me boy no not na he onka. Baby a janisi no kwa 11 hydrants na ho. Se me boy
11.
Yes. Me boy on sanka.
And almost more since 92.
Since 92 no yedum na 2016 ejato me refi where exactly say ya na mo kasa
I think circle also.
yes ye bisa ya omoko mokola ana mo ko bunso wo ho no nti eba ne say na that time we ko moka ko bunso ana na insu ato mokola muntumi bunso wo mokola muntumi bunso wo. So that press conference was needless. No here. And there was no need to say omo engaging media at the time ye nyina eguso ye ejuma no. Ye insu no omo buy office office back on Jubilee House in Chanho. They were fetching water from there. They were fetching water from the entire community.
I need to respond to some of
this. You have all the time. Don't worry.
So,
maybe a fire hydrant there, you people were going there and you were fetching water. So water was not a factor in quenching or in dousing that fire. So there was no point at all in mentioning water.
All right.
So
okay.
There were several challenges. You should have resorted to those challenges.
All right. Mr. Marty, Stanley Marty, the chief manager and head of communications at Ghana Water Company Limited. All right. Walker. Michael Walter Okay.
Yes,
okay. Brem and somehow
you mean me say he started on a number of issues and then we will need to address some of these issues accordingly. Okay. In fact, we also have those map na baby hydrants ni bibia. As I speak to you, I have the list of all the hydrants all over Ghana here with me. So I don't unfortunately say me that of the Greater Accra Moma Meba before I me refi. But the Greater Accra research just this year 2021 we have about 295 hydrants. I stand to be corrected. Although some we are still not done with all. It means so baby allocations be ABA but we have about 295 fire hydrants. Accra. Yes, Greater Accra. And in the fire service administration, Tema is not part of Accra. It's also a region on its own. And so when we are talking about Accra now, we are talking about Greater Accra without Tema.
And now 295.
Yes, as at inspection now, this year. We facts are at our disposal is what I'm telling you. And out of these 295, a total of 196 are serviceable. Omuye Juma. So what he has here. But Ejuma no crowd now omuye no. Ebi low pressure and ebi nso den high pressure.
Okay.
And then we have 126. 126 some are unserviceable. So you see unserviceable ones now ebi wo ha yentumi nyusu, some are sealed. So what you do say ya sealing some by the Ghana Water Company Limited.
Okay.
And ebi nso they have been buried.
Yes, you know,
yes, you know, unya baby omu. That is only with Accra.
Okay.
So what you say? Chief Fire Officers press conference now. Oh yeah, you know, the press conference was not to attack the Ghana Water Company Limited. It was only to explain to the general public that we need water at any given time to fight fires.
Okay.
To make sure say ejana eshino ye di bedum ejano. What I say about 90 to 95% of firefighting is based on what? On water. Is based on water.
Okay.
So aside that, also they can say the chief officer said some of the fire hydrants have been sealed, which Onuankasa Elim said it is true. The ones that have been sealed by Ghana Water Company, we have indicated them. Met to me for the sake of time. To me about two. Ebi what police station and there used to be a fire hydrant there. It has been sealed by Ghana Water Company. So what he has here for whatever purpose we don't know. But the chief fire officer was not saying that say because you sealed we can't fight fires just as or no air canoe. So what he has here. But assuming say we are fighting fire around cantonment. Now unim say cantonment there's a fire hydrant at Wangara Hotel and now they coordinate a seal. So what you say, these are some of the challenges we are confronted with.
But say munya
yes. Me can say they are our stakeholder. We are stakeholders. And for various reasons they may have sold them. So what you say, I don't think that is not the issue we are discussing now. But I'm telling you, said the chief officer's press conference was to address the issue that happened at Mokola and why maybe firefighting had to delay at that readily available to fight the fires within the immediate environs. So you can let us look at it. Unim bibi ebia ene ye ejabia si hadomo ye ba bedum ejano wo hano maybe as at that time ono one can say they regulate the use of water because their demand far outweigh their supply. Inti ono na oka you said their demand far outweighs their supply. Inti maybe they regulate this area and then move away ochina ebeko way say me ba ebia ono na oka eno asisia. Yes, inti as at Monday na ye dum ejano Niaye part said say the water running within that immediate environment, all had low pressure. But some machines are low pressure. I think he talked about how we siphon water. Yes. We call it say we draw water. But the mechanism doesn't apply the force to the water in their line. So what you say? What we do is say we connect we connect hoses to the hydrant. You know, we have the hydrant, we have the standpipe key and bar. Okay. Into mount here. Now we connect the hydrant, then you connect it to your tank. Into the pressure, when you open, it enters. But when the pressure is low, how are you going to draw the water? You understand? How are you going to draw the water? And then, I think I want to touch on some few things he mentioned. Okay. He also talked about the chief fire talking about Ghana Water contractors, that is tankers. Yes, we had the chief officer was only explaining to them, say, near Eba, and he said, the last time we had way with them, say, when we are fighting fire and we need more water, we will rely on you. They brought the water to us. They demanded for payment of fuel. We gave them the fuel as in coupon. And that was not the Ghana Water Company that we were referring to. So yes, that is my problem now. So I'm finding it very difficult to understand why they are responding to issues that we are talking about. And then even this afternoon, at Joy News say they have contractors they sometimes deploy them to do humanitarian services and other things on their behalf. So what you say? So they were the very tankers we were also dealing with. So the chief fire officer was only telling the general public, hey, these are some of the challenges we are also confronted with when it comes to firefighting. So the chief fire officer's remarks on the conference was not to attack them. And as a Ghana Water Company said, this and this and that, that is what is hampering the swift movement of the swift movement.
But some of them boom, and
no. We work hand in hand with them. We need their hydrants to fight fires. So what you here? But when we go to a particular area, now say the water pressure is low. When we tell the general public, it is not an attack on you. Because you have even confirmed, the Ghana Water Company has confirmed, said yes, because of inadequate, another short supply of water, at times they regulate the way it flows in a particular area. Come to our headquarters. We have a hydrant in the Ghana National Fire Service headquarters where we draw water from. And now, join us for by. They wanted us. Even name near your friend, in fact, the reporter who came, also name your friend hydrant. So they even came to look at what the hydrant was. Into your big hydrant, hydrant, there are days ubekwa pressure woman, into your feeling, they are tap. And now, joy for by or mobile report, your big hydrant, no, it was low.
Nansona na wamu car no. Mukonya sanzo
no, and American say it is your hydrants. And he say
hydrant na munya so mu edugu car
no bongo tio say hydrants no and let's say akodu meja na hydrant na e wo headquarters no pressure is lower and you no mu ne between so afiu you be call the next hydrant ensure the pressure no high wo na yakotwi ensure no wo
okay.
So what in American say, we don't get water from their hydrants.
Okay.
But in can say that's a hydrants, the pressure no air lower. We leave that particular place and go to where we have high pressures in order to fill
a generation. Chesa 11 functional fire hydrants in Kwa.
Yes, exactly.
11 in Namuko and
Bacho on one cry I didn't catch say a tom around a particular area no omu to me a lower pressure no now omu to me serve other areas, so that should even tell us within that same vicinity no if level there was water that the levels was low, the pressure was low. So what you say in so no air pressure e beba no e no na obetu me dey atwe akogu tank no e dey akoye dum eja. So what you say but the pressure na e won so no mu e lower, you say assuming say only one tank as you na ebedi be say 2 or 3 hours answer afili, what are we doing to ourselves? So you need to leave it and go to the nearest hydrant situation.
The press conference am boss yes and fast bo mo Ghana Water Company ne kwan so ano
e no na me pa chere ni say
am a pressure man so ni mo bi.
Yes, no na me pa chere say only issue no was not to say a Ghana water company entina yantumi andum ejano. We were only telling the general public say these are some of the challenges we face. Say as an institution bia wo ko dum eja wa ha na insio na wo dey call no kai unu say almost all the time no the general public can say yeah fans and then they are admitting say yeah the insio ko but insio no after using it for a while no ube say now asa if we have readily available hydrants within the immediate environment, you don't have to travel distances to go and get water.
Opanina such challenge doing na more adena matra wa kosi say eja to makola shinkrofo ne mansa na mbeka so hydrant no kwa ya na insu no we form
ebe mi say bongo enu na ye ka no ye ni omu edi nkuta ho every now and then ena onu nso ama what ya say enye de bia na bia bia ka say this particular area there inso de bia ni pressure ni high. So what you say ene bia ya ama ha ochina e was say ebi nso ko ha. So what you say but you can't determine where fires
okay video infoni a ye say munso ni bi
yes,
exactly. So pressure the by na just
we tender. The tender has a pump attached to it.
Okay.
So what you say and maybe about 3,000 liters of water when it's engaged within maybe 5 bar no and answer 7 bar no in the space of 5 minutes and answer bibi no all the liters of waters will run out, will gush out. Na na asan. So what you say so sometimes when we even get to the fire scene we regulate the use of water. So what you see just to make sure say the fire the water in the tender.
It's a still they had water. So what I say, into any point, let's say whether you had water from point A or point B, you had enough water, and throughout the period, water was not a challenge. Into add dainty na more refer to water as a challenge. So what I say, because even if let's assume without admitting, say precious now you were getting from another source. At every point in time, no, all the tenders had water, so water was not a problem at all. So I say, and my shop baby mukobu fee, including our offices. As at Wednesday, they were still fetching water from our offices. Nobody hindered them. So I say, and there are several of these ones. There's, for instance, a high pressure hydrant area. All the 11 tenders now, I'm a boss, can't go to that place to fetch at the same time. A big boy or man, but how many also be baby before because a general air cost on say a mobilizing soon on so I say, so obviously you will fetch from different sources.
Okay.
And you were fetching from different sources, you had access to the water. So I say, and yes, you tell me catch up say, our workers moved in immediately to improve on the pressure to that area. So I say, in the asset. Then finally says the pressure couldn't move from 8:30 a.m. to about 11 honor. As at 12 noon, there was high pressure and we were fetching from the area. So why do you still say that there was no water?
Okay, Mr. Stanley, me sir, hydrant there can once me. Muna mu ko check it. Say save. We are maintenance.
He made a point. He made a point. Let me tell you, I mean, correction. Yes. Yeah, fire hydrants no yeah maintenance in the BBR.
Okay.
So I say okay. Every time I am making sure that all the fire hydrants are functional. More because, so excuse me, more I think in 2018 or so, more say fire hydrants see a bit more age. Yes, yes, okay. So do an audit. I do first of all an inventory and an audit of all the fire hydrants. Number first information in Brian, you who say when you any juma. You boy a casa see a crap they are modern ones. Now you share the way I bet me I juma. We know case in 2018 up to now you report no.
In Finland report
by and now all catch me say hold on when we are talking I didn't interrupt. You mean no jibu no. As at all can say you were taking inventory of 295 our greater Accra without tema. So what I say it being function. Ask them. And you more and I'm more repair there now. Have you sent this information to Ghana Water? Have they done that? Then business is here. Do you have to wait till there's fire? Now I can say, oh, now one way this number wasn't functional.
Question will be said.
Let me make an analogy, and then I did the analogy at the place. Some of us use official vehicles, and yeah. So I say, every organization we have a transport officer. So we drive for official vehicle. Now essay, be in here now one can check transport officer say essay. Now one can call a better than a transport officer. Who say can I say? So I say, so they don't have any point at all. And I keep saying that press conference was needless, and they shouldn't have mentioned Ghana Water in any
press conference. I'm Ghana Water. Most of the above on things say, minim with the allegation power. Most of my bomb coco say, Omunya say, almost so a free hydrant name at Toma general public. Hey,
say, say ye bois, what's now on country say,
hey,
Mitsaha, on also some change.
And so I said, I'm Toma go for
Mitsaha on you man no see no can say no credit.
Bongo, it's
rather serious.
No, it's rather unfortunate. But let me go back to the I'll come to it. I'm telling you, it's a Ghana National Fire Service. We don't sell water. But let me address some of the issues that are raised here. Now then we can get back to it's water selling issue. Ms. Rao, or see 2018, the Ghana National Fire Service, every year we have a hydrant inspection team. There are times we have even invited your house, your media house. Omoababe cover, yako inspection. Yako inspect the situation of the hydrant on the ground. Into yearly, near me in who can say here when I said no this year as a last year as a this year as a hydrant situation and what the country over nationwide all 16 regions but in the Ghana National Fire Service no, we have about 18 administrative regions.
Okay,
I started the 19 administrative regions. Right. So what he has here and they all conduct this hydrant inspection, so we have the reports up to date. And now, in 2018, they requested from the fire service, said, if we have problems with the hydrant situation, we submit it to them. In fact, one thing a person or catcher says, I say, which region? And I said, this, and I said, headquarters, now, Omudis are requesting a call here. Because if they are also saying, say, they also have a team that goes to investigate and I said to monitor the hydrants and other things. Then that means they should even have a first-hand information. Fine, that notwithstanding, maybe on the 2018, now I was not part. In the person or no such time or make it that request. Now up to date. Young farm they've not made a follow up.
So 2018.
Or 2018. And I made part say or see or my request. I can't say obwa. Because at the level of Omoko stakeholders meeting, no more request now. Personally, I would not be there. But what I'm saying is, no, I'm coming. I'm coming. No, but you have
admitting to the fact.
No, I'm coming. Listen. Not being at that level is the issue. What I'm saying is, say you said you have made. So you tell me. Tell the general public, say, oh, at this such and such a meeting, we requested. So, I
told the general public, yes, so whilst we are telling you, say, all the hydrants are functioning, some of them are not functioning. So, obviously, we'll ask you, come and tell us the ones that are not functioning, and then we'll go and repair. Have they done it? So, if you're not at that level, you can't know.
I'm coming. Not the level issue. I mean, we met at this meeting. Yes, excuse my language. That was UTV. And I can't say, Mumfa Sam research. No, and I say your findings, no, embrace. Now, me mahu into ordinary me ko edumamwa. I'll go and look for that letter, and then we respond to it as an organization. So what he has here, but what is the empirical evidence? You requested the fire service to give you such a thing. Kyle, we are a paramilitary organization. Indeed, and yes, you can't be. You've made an allegation.
Okay.
Someone said Ghana National Fire Service emphasize your document in here. Emblem.
Okay.
Yes, document in here. And now we watch him say, oh, Abia, yes, yeah. Okay. I'll go and refer to the minutes of the meeting. And then secondly, issue of the Ghana National Fire Service selling water.
Hey, Indiano Cresse Ghana National Fire Service ensure yede ma mo samu fa num ja no mo to di
bi bongo
hey munya bi enum ja
ye Ghana National
munya bi to di
Ghana National Fire Service enton nsuo emma obia ye enton nsuo as an organization ye enton nsuo emma obia so what you here say or no air can say mean deny say mean say don't you as an organization. The act that established the Ghana National Fire Service in 1963 is Act 219. The Act 219 mandated the Ghana National Fire Service to fight fires, and then how do we call it? We also have what we call Fadinu Kramra
social service.
Social service like. Yes, social services for the general public. So what you say, humanitarian services. That is, let me quote it. Yes, humanitarian services. As part of your humanitarian services, say government institutions, any even the recent one, this COVID issue. Only baby, I don't want to use the word detaining, but COVID center now they were. Having those who were affected with COVID, where they were holding them. Exactly. Unim said the Ghana National Fire Service was supplying them water every blessed day for the period. And we have been in the news. Areas and now they were in need of water. We were providing humanitarian services. Yet in Sio, egu ye tank mo, eko distributing water, hospitals ehia nsuo a they call on the Ghana National Fire Service ye di nsuo ekomo government institutions they all call on us. Even when they are doing cleaning services, choked gutters, don't you see the fire service going there with water tankers to flush? We don't sell water.
So Mr. Stanley, I don't know why the allegations are.
Don't worry. On my phone, this is my personal phone.
Okay.
Me patch me the channel.
Video.
Video. Yes.
Where then?
Fire service.
Fire service.
Hospital. Block factory.
Hospital. Block factory.
Who we see?
There be me who we see.
Oh,
Mr. Stanley. Yes, me
company
this is the next one. I accosted them. And they were pleading with me.
No, they pleaded with you.
They pleaded with me.
Thank you.
First video,
service car. Okay. And you now driving alcohol here.
Exactly.
Say a block factory.
Exactly.
And almost supply block factory
block factory social services.
And who saw me?
I was on my way to Takrady.
Okay.
I had to go and turn. First, me try me say, I am say mama come say no. I need evidence. They won several times. And I'm Samechi. And I'm confront them. Look at the next video. They were pleading with me some time. Don't that again.
Next video,
to
okay. No more patch on.
Exactly.
Fire service. What are they behind the
shadow? No,
patch.
No, but Bongo.
Blocks ne go. Editor blocks.
Bongo, Misreo. I mean,
before the bus. Hold on.
Yes. Let me respond.
And no hospital American. Fire hydrant. I was say meter bomb. But because of Sami Manema Winti, head office and district office, regional office, you meet a cobble.
Thank you.
Hey, regional office, no?
Yes, you meet a cobble because they were always denying. Okay, and they say, okay, you meet a airborne. You meet a bomb. Besides, was the meter working? Was did they actually cantonment. Cantonment hydrant be on several occasions we call na fire tender as ally with other tankers including private tankers. So I say na omasalai wo hono se mu kwa akodum ja mu kwa hydrant go bu nso a
wait maybe phone na na
o me evidence dey me person no be answer say fire tender na mu kwa akodum ja Mubeka Kosa line, our fire hydrant. So fire hydrant is exclusive for fire service. Mubeka Koyesa, our cantonment. So I say, and we gave them evidence to all these things. Why do we have to meter a fire hydrant? Just because of Nemamoya and Shada Enye. So don't go there. Don't go there. Because you don't know the weapons that I have. You don't go there. No. I'll release more missiles.
Bongo, Israel. Onwa say he went to them. Bongo, I mean, can be Israel. You see, if you be then men. So what he has here. So no, let me talk, please. Allow me to talk. If you don't allow me to address your allegation, here. Bongo, the chief fire officer. And I said the management of Ghana National Fire Service, they need me baby. Me person me Mr. Stanley say video way or child after this fire incident. And I said on your video for some time. And now on farm and I keep you on the phone. So and I say now as a face the general public. I mean Bisa assembly. At the country America the Ghana National Fire Service we don't sell water. We don't sell water to our fans and our coffers. Evidence are also obi an unscrupulous person. Akwa kojida baby no say wa kosa nsuo na say okotoma enye Ghana National Fire Service. Tie na America no tie America no okuta abanka
justify. Let's talk about other issues.
No, I can't talk about other issues. No,
it's
what you are saying is as if it is Ghana National Fire Service that is selling the water. What I'm saying is and then me can say if you be a mensa woman but me can say that's say you have this evidence, empirical evidence. That's say when to me and from the Ghana National Fire Service we have our measures are yes we are the punishing for now. The chief officer will set a committee, not those people, the perpetrators of this act will be brought to book. Then you are not doing only Ghana National Fire Service harm, but also Ghana Water Company and Mother Ghana at large and Woody Hambo, because you have this evidence.
Obi of Facebook, and also say.
Yes, thank you. So Obisa or the bar, and me patch it is not the official duty set Ghana National Fire Service and I tom. Enu dia obi na odi sumasi wa share sumasi and na oya boni, but if enyasa obi akọ inso na akoton no the money is coming to Ghana National Fire Service obi akoton and na obi botom enya aketuasem. But what I'm saying is say obi akoton nsuo a onu oton nsuo no amani hu enya Ghana National Fire Service and na oton nsuo na manu. If Stanley had this video,
Chief Walter, okay, let me ask you a question.
Oh, Stanley,
do you have logbooks in your fire tenders?
We have logbooks in our fire.
So when the fire tenders are leaving, do they log where they are going to?
Stanley, this issue you are talking about is as if said in your
you
institution.
Can't justify it.
No, it's not that I can't justify it. Are you telling me, say in your institution, if somebody does something wrong, nipa do baya are they wrong now? Or that book is said, are you telling me, said the Ghana Water Company, you don't have people who are also wrongdoers?
Admit
every
it.
institution
like
has
the
it.
way we admit our challenges and work hard at them. No, admit it and
what
work
I'm
hard
saying
at
is
that.
what I'm saying is
not the first
you have
time
shown me an evidence. This evidence should have been with the Ghana National Fire Service by now. And then see who the evidence need be bar in paying for no and now then you have the right to say the leadership or the management of Ghana National Fire Service is aware of what is going on. But this is the situation now. Who's in providing power chow? Then I'll catch your mom.
To the extent that Ghana Water Company at the meters, everybody bought more, regional, fire hydrant. I know what then, but Mr. Stanley, Bramby, the question in some of you can. Oh my God, there's almost new from so to say exactly. She or Makolan and your Ghana Water Company.
Ghana Water Company from so. So I say because in Suona mudi do we Ghana Water Company. Ana in Suona mo. It's identity mo Ghana Water Company din. I
think right from the word we address the issue. We're only talking about challenges we have with constant water flow. We were having challenges with constant water flow, but you can't say Ghana Water Company into Intina. We were saying, say, now, say, why I didn't know a say, hydrant now a walk closer to where the fire scene. The pressure, a woman, pressure, so we had to move.
It was a wrong answer.
It was a wrong answer.
If somebody asked you that question and then it was wrong.
No,
because going a certain distance. Hold on. Going a certain distance to fetch, it's because one tender or several tenders can fetch from the same fire hydrant. Say Tebiano,
but Stanley, you have admitted to it, say within the immediate environs, the pressure, how do we call it? The hydrants there were of a low pressure, and we couldn't have drawn water from those hydrants, and that is what we are saying.
I have told you, sir, you have a mechanism to siphon the water at the pressure that you want.
We prime water, and there's nothing.
Hold on.
If you say we have a mechanism, it's as if the mechanism is something that is an unforeseen thing. The mechanism we have is all those hydrants. We have a standpipe key and bar. We connect it to it. We open it. We connect our delivery hoses to it, to the tender. And then we fetch water. We draw water from the hydrant to the tank. Okay. So what you here? So when you sound as if say mechanism, it's as if say a baby mujabi.
Since so ne ba mo so machine mo de ma e ba kakra mo de mana e ba more.
oh there be not in the hydrant. Say sagu ye tank no mo and now we engage it at a bar. But omo pressure na e wo omo line no we can add pressure to it. Omo is coming from omo line no. Tie omo water line. So how do we exert give pump to it? Now pressure na e water pipe holes no mo and na pipe that dey no mo na pressure abem. That is not our doing. But if we draw
we are not lay people. No, we are not lay people.
No, if you say you are not lay people,
some machine mo dey twen e ma ne ba.
Exactly. No, we are not lay people. Let's discuss more.
Because no, Stanley.
Bongo,
the machine, more pressure. Now,
Is that not so? Yes, insuo no, wow, insuo no hydrant no. Hydrant no.
Special eyes now.
Special eyes. My illustration.
Let's go on to more.
Oh no, let me address this so that hold on. You understand? No, what I'm saying is this is
Mr. Okain.
This is the pipeline. Pipeline no, pressure na HM. Pressure e what every hold no. Insuo no e wo dia na wo di maye. Wo di pipe no. Inti pressure e twem e wo pipe no. Enye pressure pressure wo di ama no nti yenye de ni say ye di stand pipe ki ye ba ye de besi so na ya bie hydrant no na pressure no ayi nsuo no akogu yenye tank no mu nti say ba wo say nsuo no kogu ye tank no mu
wa aburam kura no nsuo aburam kura no say ebu a power bi anim o de machine na etwe na ba
exactly even at zero pressure but
one machine we
are not lay people don't go there. Omo here with press conference omo chief fire officer say the first 3 tenders that arrived at the scene had water. Okay, the catcher said we heard of the information in the media. Immediately after we moved in, we didn't wait for their call. So I say yes. And we did everything possible to improve on the pressures. I was saying, so as at 12, no, the pressures were such that when we they will go somewhere else to go and fetch. Hold on. What
no, Stanley.
What
I heard you when you were talking to Joy News. I heard you admitting that yes, indeed, the pressure in the
okay, I was assassinated low, but I want to say, you know,
time or grantee interview, no. If as at 12 the pressures went high, Stanley wouldn't have granted that interview and admit, say, yes, indeed, the pressures around the vicinity were low. So why is he changing the ways? You see, as at 12 in the afternoon, then the pressures were high. So fine, if you are saying as at 12 in the afternoon, the pressure was high, and you also claim, say, you were present at the fire scene. Why didn't you tell the fire personnel, say, we have increased the pressure, so go and tap from there?
But me person be say, mo de mo ho dem say, BBC putupra ni afrem.
Exactly.
Ntiade na ya mo tank no. Mo feelings ho no because mo de mo nim say mo atwen mu.
Bongo.
Bibia betimi asi.
Bongo, there has never been onim I mean can be nchire wo. I say abeye bibia ya kama na abeye ho say eyesa. But even if you come to your media personalities, your reporters, they come to us, come to the Ghana National Fire Service. I'm telling you today, even vehicles that are out of commission, vehicles are, I say, when we say vehicles that are out of commission, I say, no, the water tank no, intact. There has never been a situation that Ghana National Fire Service will move a vehicle from the office, could do the fire scene. And some of our confessor, and some of our confessor, there's no fire and there's no water in the tank. Vehicles now had water intact. And now, me send your reporters again to come. Don't pick headquarters. Go to any other fire station. Let them go there and let them go and do their findings. Your people come. They come almost every now and then. Say you know one Juma. Every now and then they come to find out. Anytime a job say, oh, fire, that is it. They come to our offices almost every time. There has never been a situation. And one thing America say, firefighting, about 90 to 95% ANC. So there's no way the fire tender I started by saying propaganda. I mean, in summer, in Crawford Abejiagu Abetubuno, me can be a say what you say in same bebre say fire for the buy there has never been a situation fire be move vehicle e dey call fire scene in si onimu and me pa kire say would they challenge me Brian office hodum vehicles are assay uncommissioned vehicles say like vehicle are assay esi wonu kra no in so no intact. Remember as I also mentioned say we are a paramilitary organization. It is a one crew taking over from the other crew now. Onim no ye omo parade o enye say oh in so na man there be parade ye commount tender no akohwe the water level say a level if a drop by a fall by a drop rather the incoming crew would not take over from the outgoing crew enye enu kwa be hwe yes say akabi ayede ye adwuma no say ba ko kra atochima yemfa ne say ba ko kra yem pipa ho ye na say dent bi kra wo hodomo a I'm telling you say the incoming crew would never take over from the outgoing
fire service very nice point you raise pa no in the yem bisa omo say that particular morning omo check pressure online no mu anaso man check it. And if the pressure was good for them, and I said, was the pressure good for them or not? Oh, because if you do all
Stanley,
these things, these are the things that I expected them to talk about, but they have never mentioned this.
Stanley, I'm coming.
And we are rather telling.
We check. I'm coming.
I don't know
when you raise. Let me
because we are educating the general public. So we need to be decorum with our discussion on the patrol. Let us educate them. All along, these are some of the things I expected them to say. They have never mentioned this until now. So because per their standard operating procedures, so I say, even when they go to, maybe I also go to Jana, I will say, Omutimi protecting adjoining buildings now, a Janan Kano, before they even talk about these things, not general public, and TSA. Because the general public that is some bomb say, "Oh, buy a crap, no money say, no money say, exactly. You know your standard operating procedure. These are your challenges. Talk about them. Don't mention water.
More challenges.
Don't mention water. Because at every point in time, you had water. So don't mention water.
A tobabi. More workers be the taxi. And the doom.
Yes, talk about
more challenges.
Yes, talk about those things. Encourage them. Talk to the general public. Who sympathize with you. Other than so you try to justify and to mention other things.
Stanley can't accuse me. My institution, Stanley, no, you know your modus operandi, and then we also know ours. So when you challenge me or you doubt how my presence here is to also tell you, say, look, this is not how it is done, but this is how it is done. Or about the hydrants now. Did we check for the pressures in the hydrant? No? Yes, I mean, can be being yeah, office.
At that morning, what was the pressure rate?
I'm coming. Oh, I mean, Kasai.
At that particular moment,
Stanley, allow me to talk. When you don't allow me to talk, how would you understand?
I'm happy you are saying this.
Yes, if you come to the headquarters, what you here, when they come in the morning, the hydrant are what premises, no, we check for the pressure. So what you here, but hydrant are any your jurisdiction work in Chenkra, the crew taking over no and two and feet headquarters and different location and pressure so saying that is not what we do. As for that one here, me catch them. But the hydrant are and 1 year premises no, and no we check the hydrant pressure every morning.
Water. A bit say record. There are 7 CN. Makola phone and kasambi ni ade ye ne bi videos o makasa ni ade empenifo bi o mche so ba ho no nkomodie mu mo gra na mche se fu akura na mo ni bi on de what is that
me say yeah asemsi a nkrofo kan yoma they narrate a whole lot of things say about here me say in some bebre as an organization, every organization, yes, exactly. We have challenges. But you made mention of in Crawford the taxi. I think those people no cry no. It was your bomb abaso. Bisa misa didn't I was your bomb abaso. Unim bibi. Omuti say a janabano. They knew their vehicle was out of commission. I say, so what he has here. Into what did they do? They relay to the nearest fire station but almost no yam fire and sun share dem fam anasa me cheating me
yeah no no aka
yam fire and sun ni ayatena ho ne aka say yen ni fire tender nti yen konko ye hu bi because yen ni fire tender nti beda bi be si bi en fire hu but they took it upon themselves and now omo fire taxi and omo fire extinguishers near omo ye ni say omo ko do ho no omo hu say no even if we are not able to fight this fire let's try and confine the fire within the shortest possible time until the vehicle do ho no now it will be easier for them to do what to fight the fire enka ewa baby anka other jurisdictions anka omeka say oh na say yen ni tender until better say so what you say baby although omonim say omo tender na say kra no omo tu hwadamo eno kire say the people are dedicated to the work they do
na say mo can say all this one and then omo kan omo try wa
thank you
this is same see and omo fat
bongo eno dia ubeti masie say yenye cars edi juma no enti say cars excuse me wo kwa magazine ana say aboso kan ni part bi si wa wo kwa fa part no no aba be fix you kai hu say these cars are not cars are common sir enti say your parts bi say what we do they say ye kra if you manoni and I can say we are a government institution enti who talk at the government demo it goes through the purchasing processes
yeah processes baby.
So what you say enti these are some of the processes are ebetumi aka say ema ye nyoma ni bi delay kakra but enu nkyere say bibi atorenchim tia ana say bibi a ombetuna say ombeka say omunko they are trained firefighters and I say sa omanisia omu akwenya omukoko and even their presence no crowd no sometimes crowd no to how to speak to people how to calm them how to evacuate people from the premises in order for firefighting purposes to go on no ni nyina ka yedwuma ho. So what you here? Yes.
Obi the free was it Simeon Santos? Was it come to Agogo and you will see the real evidence. A fireman selling water and when you ask them they will tell you that they are fighting fire.
Oh, about me say I said there are allegations every now and then. But me Suma Dinka say we are saying say our doors are always open. Who won't be beat says Fabra your headquarters called mo. Na say you be do juma and I say you do juma. And no thing I say I no make say
your people
Stanley
do that.
No Stanley Obi to me buba utiti ni ye obeda ni kromfo and yet and no say una untiti obeyi.
Mr. Stanley no what evidence is say video say
na what keep
I have not kept this. And then next one they started say catch up say these things are going on. Oh, please allow me to speak.
Okay.
And then they started say catch up say these things are happening. We have sent the video evidence. What did they do about it? Because we are made the chair in these 6 months. And these 6 months. And I'm say he doesn't know the missiles that I have. Let us talk about better and
yes, in fact, that is what we are looking at. How best do we serve the general public? But it means so anything America said, my distantly who you say you have such an evidence. Uche yama BBC and some udi ba bechre udi chire no kra no the right organization no one farm momo na we for journalists what's for in for why you press conference na udi achiro mo say we anyway yes me me pa chire say omo akwakoton so
when you did your
kai hunu say insure na omo ton no omo fa sika ni Ghana National Fire Service.
How would we know?
Mr. Oh
how would we know? Because if you have told
Stanley,
you several times and giving you evidence to this thing and it is
Stanley,
still going on now.
And nothing when na udi evidence we man na nipa netina so. When na udi evidence na mu chese mu dia maye de bia no. When na mu di man na nipa do sa tena sa evidence no so.
Okay, so but are you aware? So we have given you more evidence proud to.
I'm not aware of what you are saying this.
Okay,
I'm not aware.
Let's talk about better issues.
I'm not aware.
Let's talk about better issues.
Audio be eyewitness be. Person etie ne taw.
Okay.
Into the any card inti. You heard it.
Me grew one of panel. Now starting but no enye serious. Na me fire service for na building na enim ho. Enti otu eni ahu sade na start a ehye. Ena mo ye na fire service for mon kwa na mo si o mo ni nsuo. Ena obi e connecting the pipe e ma wo mo. Enti o connect ye na omo fili o ma de no enti omo fili we ye no. Omo betu kana fi da mo si omo ni fuel. Enti ho na de na
Obi say no money for but the mama come say bounce boating. Or say the fireman is not telling the truth because 2 years ago, the Gola Hotel in Kumasi was on fire. We called and did not show up. We drove to their office to call them and they told us that there is no fuel in their car. Let me
address this issue. Asema mamine kanu right from the word go no onim say eyentro. I didn't think America say or see obi bie ni pipe. Obi ni pipe ni sen and na nso no ko gu ye tank no. Bongo, this where we don't even need to listen to this. Or see obi pipe no ipa no ebie ni pipe no ewo hin. Or see okoye no na onam fire service for enim. And now oko from say you see ahashi no mo see omu ni nsuo. Ti asema oka ye no. Or see omu see omu ni nsuo. And now obi bie ni pipe. And na dey feel ye tank no. Bongo na uji wedi.
Okay, every year James Gaddafi I say please I am a fire officer and tell him that these things do happen. Sometimes we don't have diesel in our tenders. We have to go to the various assembly to beg for fuel so pity.
So admit these things. Admit these things.
Bongo, I'm coming.
Admit them. Accept your challenges.
Yes.
You work hard at them.
But these challenges don't hamper our swift movement.
So
these challenges that you are talking,
I'm
coming. These challenges you are talking about are allegations people are coming up with. Obisi or your fire officer. What show said Nipakuna or Tra anybody or your fire officer? No, they're not. On what some to me after I work with the Ghana
Samuel Osafu Kofi say Bongo is true. The office at Kowum Price used to sell water to one private school and they come in a team. Yes.
I know they mean me I won't deny say every institution you won Krofu a omuye nyoma ensese omuye but ni me pa kire say obi tonsio sensio now all the allegations are mo say on tonsio no all I want to tell you say it is not the Ghana National Fire Service that is selling sa insio no but this is not coming to the Ghana National Fire Service.
Have you acted?
I hope you understand what I'm saying. That is why we are saying say obi eko baby na say ohun say microphobia kotonsuo na say who evidence bring it to them. Who the braye na say anya ho hwia nka na wuti we betumi aka say I brought you this and that when to me anya ho hwia. So what you are here?
So Walter,
yes,
Walter, are you saying that since you joined this service you have never ever had any allegation or evidence of your fire tenders or your men selling water to private people before? Is that what you are saying?
If I say we've never heard of such allegations, you use the word allegations, and what
action did you take?
And we hear say, oh yes, see, but if you don't bring evidence, who are you going to? Is that evidence here? Ukutai Yahoo Crawford no number, vehicle number, any BBR. Yet we know who to call. Into either the MFO, the district fire officer, and answer we will bring them, and then investigations will be conducted into these allegations.
Right.
That when you just say it, say yes, Odum Jafo no tongues you are. How do you expect us to do something on that?
What I mean that say. But men call Stanley Hotel now for answer. Stanley. What can we do? There be the bana. Okay. But never bring yan sunum. Galamsey. Is a best saying soon na. And I'm over na mutu. I'm on for yan sunum.
And crow. And one of the challenges.
Every time you want back a siapa, a moya omutik akesi no them.
Every time biano, yan admit say challenge you in a waho. Galamsey yan as a company you fighting Galamsey. Into the Yansobo Akoto Abanso. Abaya Masujafo, and look on boy, and you are fighting Galamsey. The Twinian Supone Dianum. We have admitted it. A Conconti Baya, Yahu in Suez. If a crack or yeno, so that been pa, and the year. And Quebec change so me be me pipe and no pain, mete so to ha at her. So I said, Bruna me who ye, into Ghana water for, Mombra. So I say, you better call home. I isolate home, and I. This thing is not from your treatment plant. if you treatment planter anka the entire nkranyina no obi abe nkukunti ba woni so but obi if you nko a say e bia bibi nisi wo we have seen these things before first one me hu ye me join Ghana Water e water farmer bi and wako go to pipeline and we two agbon wo ho and so no guma not the water in line inti so no ayema na ayefa we no so and konkonti band nyiwom inti time aye to pipe pressure no ba low and konkonti band escape into the line obo yehu ade ohu be ka che no we went there searched for the thing, we realized that, arrested the person, we rectified the situation.
But now can we but Mr. Stanley. Now what the suburb is so mutondi. Only some microphone be illegal connection ba.
Yende oche ye choi be yiwodi. Because we don't joke with these things.
But we do some here.
Let me say we have had allegation. Into
I'm talk galo mo nza no dey dware.
Enti bongo wa asama obusaye assuming say yakọ Achimota area yakọ assuming say yakọ Achimota area yakọ dumeja. Yakono ebian so na e de call na asa the immediate
me producer say Achimota boso mi ense no munyanzu am ben kantanka showroom
Japan
I was bongo wana ya de ba de bre no ayebere mamena production team no ase amabadwuma pa then me tram mama nua Francis Enimado but mbanufo ba ye Ora Michael Water Okan or your station officer 2 the Public Relations Department Ghana National Fire Service Sansuna Ura Stanley Martin Chief Manager and Director of Communications Ghana Water Company Limited Kase Shasie Oti Equia Ajiwa Kodie Enka Mzawamidi David Ofori Safo Ahane de Musi Akramunyina